Well, one thing, this is absolute poison to commercial radio stations. If a typical music director of an FM top 40 station looks at my fancy playlist, he or she is going to gag. There is no way that this is going to work in the real world. And you know something? I hate to say it, but they're probably right. But I revel, or however you pronounce that word, and the variety of music that I got on my fancy playlist. Now here's the deal. We got all the European dance music I've already played earlier. Roy Somp, Who the Funk, Laura Pausini, Sarah Connor, Sophie Ellis Bixter, Everclear from the alternative side now. And of course we played Kelly Rowland at number 35 from R&B, and there's more R&B coming up on this fancy playlist, but at number 34, country, going country. Fantasy playlist. Up from number, I don't know, wait a minute, hang on. Up from number 36, two notches from 36, Trace Atkins with Chrome. And I guess judging by this video, this could be a worthy predecessor to one of his signature hits later on in the 2000s, Honky Tonk Badonka Donk. Oh my goodness, Trace Atkins with Chrome, third and final single from the album Chrome that was put out in 2001. Oh my goodness. You research these records and you come up with these amazing nuggets of information. On Wikipedia, sometimes they'll give a list of people who played on this record. Played on, you know, they'll give a list of people who played on a certain record. And on this record, playing steel guitar, is a guy named Dan Huff. Dan Huff also produced this album. He produced this record. Dan Huff, this is amazing. I didn't know this. A crack session musician in the rock and country field. He started out in a country band. I take that back. A Christian rock band called White Heart. Then he was a member of a group called Giant. Now, back in 1988, I forgot the exact season, summer, fall of 1988, Giant had a huge hit. I'll See You in My Dreams. Dan Huff was in that group. But here's the thing. He's played on a bunch of hit records from back in the 80s. Let me pull this up for you. You're not going to believe this. He's played on Danger Zone. Played on The Session, Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins. He's also played on Man in the Mirror, and I Just Can't Stop Loving You. Big hit from the summer of '87 by Michael Jackson. My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion. He played on that. Selena's I Can Fall in Love. He played on that session. Other songs that he played on, as far as session musician goes, he played on Rhythm of the Night by DeBarge, The Glory of Love by Peter Cetera. This Heart is a Lonely Hunter by Reba McEntire, and Next Time I Fall by Peter Cetera and Amy Grant. My goodness, Dan Huff. Fantastic session guitars. Didn't know that. I just, going into this record thinking, well, I just mentioned something briefly about Chrome, how many copies the record sold, how high it got on the country charts, and then I came across this guy's name. God dog. All right, number 36. Well, take that back from 36 to 34 on my fancy playlist, February 9, 2003. Chrome by Trace Atkins.